Jesteśmy w hotelu Ines, chwilę po gali KSW 19. Moim rozmówcą jest dobrze znany Matt Horwich. Matt, it was a great fight. It's a first win for you since November 2010. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I was really blessed. Good win against a tough opponent. Antkiem Chmielewski's got a bunch of great wins, great record. Was a tough first round. Then I was able to get emotionally fired up and come back and do really well. So I'm really stoked. Thank God for everything. Love coming to Poland. Love the fans. Love KSW. They treat the fighters really well. So I'm really thankful to everyone for everything. And beautiful world, beautiful universe. I've had a tough run for a lot of decisions. I got robbed on a couple decisions that everyone thought I won. A lot of people thought I won the one with Tom Watson. That was a close one. Tom's a great fight. Everyone thought I clearly won the fight with Jason McDonald in the decision. So all the fights that I've lost have been pretty close fights that could have gone either way. One mistake can change the whole fight. So I really needed this win, and I'm really thankful that I got it, and looking forward to having some more good fights in KSW. And next time I'll have to stay in Poland and hang out for a week with everyone.
I know your opponent were prepared for the rubber guard you are well known of, and were you surprised it didn't work?
Oh yeah, I was pretty surprised at his defense. The one time I cleared the head, I thought for the omoplata, was able to get his head back in. And I was trying to set up the triangle, but he had a good triangle defense. So I had to defend the takedown and get on top to win the fight. And I thought I was able to use some new tools and stand up, land some good punches, good knee. So I was really thankful for that and feel like I grew a lot as a fighter in that fight. And Antonio's a great fighter. He's going to be back and do great things, I know. He's got a ton of great wins, so thank God for a good win against a great opponent.
Were you surprised he dominated you in a wrestling aspect? I mean the takedowns in the first round?
Yeah, the first round, I didn't plan on getting worked over like that the first round, and that clicked into my brain, and I got really emotional about it. Like I got to do something to turn it around and not lose another decision and not lose another fight and be the best I can be for all my friends and everyone. And so I got really fired up and was able to come back and click the switch, and I got to do that every time I lose a round from now on.
And you told us the first time we did the interview with you, you said you cut 40 or 35 pounds. Did you feel it?
No, I had a lot more advantage about cutting the weight this time. I hydrated a lot better. So I was feeling really good. My cardio felt really blessed. Well, he's just a tough fighter. He had that lightning fast double leg and good stand up and a good game plan that first round. And I couldn't really catch him in anything from guard. So thank God I was able to get fired up and turn it around. And
we've seen you days before the fight when you were cutting weight, and the day after the weigh-in, and you were much bigger, you looked much stronger. How did you do it? And aren't you afraid of the weight cutting aspect? Have you got? Do you know things to protect yourself against bad condition after cutting weight?
Well, my cardio is always really blessed. I'm addicted to the runner's high and good cardio, good energy, eating good and training good. So that helps my body adjust to cutting weight, that I have really good cardio. And for cutting the weight, I mean, it helps to have IVs and everything. That's really helpful to hydrate my system without trying to cram everything back into my stomach, and helps me get back up to weight. I was back up to 215 right away. So that's a huge advantage on the cut. So I got to be sure to get those every fight. And I got a lot. I used to be cut from like 200, but since I got over 30, I put on like 15 pounds. And so it's a much harder cut, and I got to be smarter about it.
Have you seen any other fight except the one with Jay Silva when you were at the same corner with Krzysztof Soszyński? And have you got anyone you would like to fight in KSW?
It's hard for me to watch the fights when I'm fighting because I like to just hang out and think about my fight and hang out in my locker room and prepare mentally and stay relaxed. So I didn't really see any of the other fights, but I'll fight anyone. The KSW and the fans want to see me fight. I love the challenge and the chance to grow and step everything up to the next level. It's in our nature as human beings to want to set the bar higher, whether it's as an athlete, breaking the records from the athletes the generation before so the kids' next generation can break our records, or as an artist or scientist or whatever. And it really motivates you to step everything up to the next level when you know you got a tough opponent you're going to be facing, and try to get every advantage you can and all the positive choices in you can and everything working in your favor that you possibly can.
And the last thing, I saw your wife reacted immediately after your fight. She posted the on Facebook the picture you right after the fight. Did you talk to her? Do you want to say something for her to her?
Well, I want to say I love you. I can't really check the internet here because there's no free internet, and I haven't got the downloads on my iPhone yet. So I got to get like the Skype so I can use my iPhone when I'm in the other states and everything. But I'm thankful for all the good friends and that I've been blessed with. Thankful for my wife and all my friends and family, and I've been really blessed with a lot of good people and a lot to fight for, and I was thankful that I was able to pull off the win tonight. And it's a beautiful universe. Thank God for everything.
Thank you. Thank you.